Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Never End Podcast, the podcast open to everyone, especially motherfucking Touchy. My name is Luke. I'm your host of the Never Open Podcast, and with me, as always, is Mr. Andy. So, hello, Mr. Andy.
Hey, man, listen, I'm not going to get too excited, but I am very excited.
Yeah, I know the feeling. Yes, we're going to talk about the last two nights of New Japan Seoul, which there's a lot of things to absolutely love about it, and I'm excited to talk about some of it. Before we do that, some professionalism I'll get through first, Mr. Guy. There are ways that people can contact and interact with us if they wish to. We are on the Blue Sky. I am at Grumpy2EB. Mr. Guy is at Drucifer Tweets. Collectively, we are at neveropenpod.bluesky.social. And if you want to send us a written or voice email, you can do that too. neveropenpod@gmail.com. Also, if you've got any of that start your banks money, kick it our way. You can buy merch that'll make you look never as fuck. And if you can see the video right now, I'm wearing some of that fucking kick-ass merch. Look at this beautiful title that has our fucking name of our show on it. It's got the Never logo. Oh my god, look at that. Look at that thing. You can have one. We've got a Teespring store. Go visit it. Get this. And we're on YouTube as well. Never Open Podcast. Give us a like, share, subscribe, all that kind of shit. Thanks for joining us.
I wonder if the Road Home from Wrestling t-shirt store is still up. I bet you it is.
Just probably is.
I don't know why I would mention that. But yeah, we got two nights to talk about, Luke, and lots of shit happened. Lots. So it was not on the first night that we learned this, I don't think. But at some point, we learned that Goto, his injury is legitimate, and he is bowing out of the G1. And so, we know he lost the title, and it was because of injury or whatever. The match was awesome. We didn't really talk about it, but the match was really good. Maybe because Goto wasn't really selling. He was actually hurt or whatever. That it just worked into the drama, and it was really good. But we didn't get to see him lose at full power. So I'm extra mad at Goto now, in his weak body for failing him, as I predicted. But, this leaves their opportunity for others.
You got 8 defenses in a very short time as well.
He did okay, yeah.
He's fucking pushed himself hard. Yeah. And he got to get pinned for that, or give up or whatever for that title. So it's not as if he did a Doki bomb and fucking broke his arm. So,
He did not give up, Luke. That was officially a ref stoppage. So so Goto, that didn't work for him, brother. Saying I give up. So just saying.
What a pussy. I feel like if there's one wrestler in New Japan, in wrestling in general, if there's 2 wrestlers, I'm just like, yeah, I'm in heavies, Yeah. I don't blame you for tapping out of those guys. There's Bryan Danielson, of course, and the other one's Zack Sabre Jr. They tapped you out. Yeah, that's what they do. And they're 2 of the best ever at it. So yeah, you tapped out to them. Yeah, that's their thing. Do it. Fucking tap. Stop being a little bitch. Even Ishii tapped out to Zack Sabre Jr. before, right?
I didn't realize that was going to trigger a rant about Goto not tapping out. I was it's true, but I was just joking around.
Yeah.
It sucks for him, but this does lead to opportunity that makes for maybe a better tournament,
Yeah. And we get to see more matches of one of our boys, and we'll get to that down the line. But we'll start off with the first night of New Japan Seoul, night 5. Where are we?
I don't know. I didn't look up this one
I think you're at the Budokan or something like that.
Okay.
One of the Budokans or something.
It's an awesome venue. I didn't listen to the English commentary. I just went to straight to the Japanese. But there was 2 big pre-matches. That's what I was saying.
Yes, there was. We start off with Tatsuya Matsumoto versus Zane J. It's good stuff. It's both guys figuring out how to work body parts and ring psychology, and they're getting better at it. And Zane has Matsumoto in a brab for a draw. So, I'm liking it. I'm liking seeing these 2 progress. It's exciting. I know I just pretty much just did one sentence on it, but
I mean, what is
I'm not doing
say?
full write-ups on every 10-minute draw they have, right? So it's just how it is.
It's more meaningful at Kurgan Hall for some reason. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because they're like invested in the young lions specifically. So I don't know. Well, I think that the second night is just kind of more exciting for some reason, maybe because of that. But because that night is electric. This one is great too, though. Don't get me wrong. So that was awesome. I really enjoyed it. Then we had another young lion extravaganza. It's Kato and Yasuda versus Murashima and Daiki Nagai. And I love the team of Murashima and Daiki Nagai. That is
me too.
good shit, man. It's perfect because Kato and Yasuda are like kind of, they're the nerds, right? And Murashima and Daiki Nagai are cool. And Murashima might be the coolest young lion of all time. Definitely since Tsuji, but he might be the coolest young lion of all time since I've been watching. He is awesome. Anyway, that's great. So I like this. Yasuda has some words for Daiki Nagai, and they start the match together, and it's fun. Just lots of young lion, violence and trash talking. Daiki Nagai hits some loud chops on Kato, and Murashima hits the kitchen sink on Kato, and he didn't take it right, and he almost died. It's really funny because it's like you just flip over, you just do a front. It's a pretty basic thing, and he just didn't do it and almost landed right on his head. I'm sorry. It was really funny. These things happen, and you gotta laugh at them. But that was great.
Yeah, right.
So Yasuda gets a big tag in and slowly runs wild. Daiki Nagai, slowly, he's gonna run wild, but he's gonna do it in his time. Daiki Nagai gets Yasuda in the brab, and he's barely saved by Kato. So Daiki Nagai gets up and he fights off Kato, no problem, and then tries again. Yasuda fights back a little bit, but gets spine bustered, and then Daiki Nagai brabs him the fuck out. It was awesome.
Oh, this my shit. Also, I like the part where Daiki Nagai bitch slaps Yasada in the face, and Yasada turns around, pounds by Murashima.
Murashima rules.
Oh my god, it was good. Next we have Shota Umino, Tomohiro Ishii, Taichi, Yuji Nagata, and Tiger Mask. There's news about him. We'll get to that in the next night. And they're wrestling against Evil, Sanada, Doki, Yoshinobu Kanemaru, that son of a bitch, and Dick Togo. So, excuse me, no professionalism. Bit of story continuity here because there's a motherfucker here who disrespected Taichi. All right, we love Doki, we do, and we love Taichi, but Taichi has a point here. He goes right after Doki, fucking goes for it. Now, there's also a part where Ishii just fucking launches Doki as well. It looks cool as hell, but no. No, not to my boy Doki. Do it to anyone else.
Oh, I thought
it was awesome.
All the nerds beating up Doki was pretty funny.
Oh, yeah. Ishii's one of us now. You are fucked, Doki. That's right. It was great. Evil makes Tiger do the Abe spot, which makes me fucking laugh my ass off. And we get Shota Umino. He's tapping out Dick Togo. So yeah, that's fun stuff. But it's not. It's gonna be House of Tortures night tonight.
Yeah. House of Torture is a lot of fun, though. I like watching them beat up the nerds, After the match, Taichi talks a bunch of shit to Doki, and Doki doesn't seem to have an answer for him. Like, he's kind of like, I just lost, man. Fuck off. That's kind of his response. It's great. Man.
Like Doki, in Doki's mind, it's like, I didn't betray you, Taichi. You betrayed me by joining forces with fucking Wato.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah,
that's how I see it in my head. So they've both got legitimate beef against each other, though. So that's
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so they can get back together one day.
Plus, he joined Sonata. Fuck.
Yeah. That's some bullshit.
And Kanemaru. All three of them fucking betrayed Taichi. Oh my god, right. He's the new Tanahashi. Oh my god.
Taka Michinoku's next. Fuck. Anyway, that was great. Taichi also wipes his ass with a House of Torture shirt after the match, and Shota won't take his pants off, but he puts a Shota shirt on Taichi, and it's all awkward because Taichi's all sweaty and it won't go on. And then Shota, on his way out, he tries to get over with a literal baby. It's like, what are we doing? We're regressing,
Baby's,
you know.
baby's thinking, I'd rather be eaten by Lance Archer. Get out of here.
Oh man. Next, Luke, we have Newman, Great-O-Khan, and Bag versus Hiromu, Shingo, and Tsuji. And there's some mark that comes out with Great-O-Khan, and he's got a hammer hand. There's this like cartoon hammer hand thing, like something from an anime, maybe. And his name is Mafia Kaijita. And I don't know. I just thought that was funny. You know how they love their minor celebrities, man. Fucking
Oh, they do.
United Empire are minor celebrity marks. It's hilarious.
They are.
And also, this guy is huge. I forgot to mention. He is massive. So you're thinking, Luke was like, is this a new member of House of Torch or of United Empire? Because he's gigantic, like a wrestler. So.
Yeah.
That's funny.
No, it's a celebrity. Okay.
So I got beef with Bag, as usual. Bag is like, I mean, I guess I don't hate on him for this, but like, because it's him, it's like, man, no. He's trying to get a mini feud going with Hiromu. Like, he wants that so bad. And it's like, Hiromu's like, who are you? So he's like, where's Hartley Jackson? Anyway, so Tsuji and Newman start the match, and United Empire, they isolate Hiromu, and Great-O-Khan hits him with the hammer hand at one point, and there's heat on Hiromu. And I'm watching this, and I'm thinking, it's not very often that you got Hiromu taking all the heat in a tag match. And I was like, why is that? Is that because Bushi's gone now? And it is. It's because Bushi's gone. Now Hiromu has to take the heat in a match like this, and that is weird. So I took note of that on this night, and was just kind of like, that's interesting.
Arguably, like the most decorated of the three wrestlers, right?
He has to get hit with the hammer hand and shit.
But he's not in an upcoming tournament, so they can't really job Yoda or Shingo out, can they?
Oh, it's fun.
And then, yeah.
So Shingo tags in, and we get some good like Great-O-Khan versus Shingo stuff that I like. Fucking Bag tags in versus Shingo. He gets murdered. Made in Japan. Bag is dead. That's what he gets.
It's almost like non-affiliated ex-best friends of Naito. It's almost like they need a jobber.
Yeah, someone to eat pins and somebody to like, play tricks on and be all like, bro with and stuff. I don't know what you call it, but you know how those guys are.
I didn't. We'll talk about it for the next night because I'm fucking excited to talk about that. All right, so next we have Kosei Fujita, Zack Sabre Jr., and Hartley Jackson versus El Desperado, Bolton Oleg, and Yuya Uemura. This is really fun.
Good
Not only that,
good nerd team.
Yeah, it's a good nerd team. Not only that, you know what I'm happy about? I'm seeing the Never Open title on almost every freaking show now.
There it is.
Look,
and he's getting booked right, and he's like beating everybody up. It's awesome.
See, that's the excited thing I have about Bolton Oleg having that title is they go into the G1, and then I got to see my champion fucking lose half the matches and stuff. They're going to make Bolton look fucking good because they always have. They love him. It's Nagata's boy, so I'm excited to see one of my champs just fucking. Oh well, he'll probably get 8 points or something good like that, So, yeah. I mean, I liked Konosuke Takeshita as the champion. He was great with that title, yes. But I like that title in Japan because that means I can see it more. The end.
Right.
Yeah, so awesome preview stuff here between Despe and Fujita, and I want to see Kosei win the title. Yeah. Because my note here is like Wado should have won it after his Best of Super Junior win, and I think it was a mistake then to have Hiromu retain. But there is that. Zack Sabre Jr. Wrestling against the Never Champ Oleg. That's a fucking good time. And then Yuya and Hartley Jackson have a pretty damn cool sequence. Yuya teases that deadbolt. Hartley's like, yeah, good luck, motherfucker. But there's a German suplex by Jackson. And you know how when you get it, sometimes you take the German, you roll back up and get kind of up. Yuya's kind of fired up and hits a surprise like jumping Frankensteiner and pins Hartley Jackson for the 3. So, yeah, good fun stuff.
I liked it. I like
Yeah.
that Bolton Oleg tries to go into business for himself, and he's like going after Zack Sabre Jr. after the match and stuff. Like, good for you, kid. He doesn't have to go into business for himself. They probably love that, So that's fun. They have like a little pool party even after the match, and the young lions have to get involved and stuff. And that was a lot of fun for everyone. And Bars is very pleased with himself. He's looking around like, did you see what I did? I'm fucking awesome. I'm like,
I'm the fucking champ, baby. Yeah.
I like it. I like it, So next, Luke, we have a G1 play-in match. I would argue the better of the two G1 play-in matches. And it is Riho Iiwa versus Mr. Goddamn Bread, Satoshi Kojima. And I was shocked when Mr. Bread walked in and didn't have a US indie title. What's going on? Why?
What's he doing, Indies?
Why aren't they booking him? What's happening? He's usually at least got one. But no, just brought his bread, and his lariat of death. So, but man, I like this a lot. Bread goes for a lariat, and he gets his arm destroyed in different ways by the grip. So the grips versus the bread, right? And he's gonna like rip that loaf in half. That's the idea. So, and Bread goes right into cell mode. He comes back though. He gets the elbow, and he gets zero L. Like, this is an elbow in the ring, by the way. And he gets zero air. All right. None is hilarious. So there's a gut wrench suplex and a drop kick in the corner from Riho Iiwa to cut off Mr. Bread. And he hits a ton of power moves on Kojima, and it's really good. Kojima's here to bump and lose, and he's all about it. And he loves to bump and lose. It's his favorite. I don't think the losing thing, but he loves the bump. He will try his hardest, as he tells everybody on Twitter. But he gets a desperation lariat and a Koji cutter and a brain buster for 2. But in the end, he gets gripped the fuck up. And Riho Iiwa punches his ticket to the G1, which is the correct booking for this situation. Sorry it wasn't Fale, but Mr. Bread was pretty good.
Yeah. So I don't think they really had to change the booking. We knew that as soon as they replaced him with Kojima. Kojima's one of my favorite dads, because I've never gotten that vibe off him of, no, I'm not going to do that, brother. I got to protect myself. Like, do you know who I am? You know all the accolades I got. It doesn't seem that, you follow him on X or whatever, and you'll see it. But just the vibe that he gives off, he doesn't give off this selfish kind of vibe. Just a very generous dude. I love Kojima. He's awesome.
He's here to do business. Is what he's here to do.
Yeah, damn straight.
Awesome.
Hey, he's in his like mid-50s, and New Japan still want him to do business for him. Like, not a bad spot to be in. And
he can go.
They aren't asking Makabe or to a better extent Tenzan or those guys to step into this role. They're asking Mr. Bread. Why? The other guys aren't getting fucking indie titles and shit. Like, so.
They're not as over as Bread.
No, they're not.
They probably are, but not with us. So.
No, definitely not. All right. Well, I guess I got to take at least one stank match.
Yeah.
And
sorry, buddy.
Yeah, that is true. It is Chase Owens versus Yoshihashi, and we do at least get the good thing of Chumpy.
He's adding value to this worthless match, Luke. And yeah, I appreciate it.
So we watched most of this show live together, and I wrote this note to you because in this match, Chase Owens does the whole thing by himself, and you're like, yeah, so well, he's in House of Torture. That's why I point that out, and I point that out because he is wrestling Yoshihashi, and like him or not, Chase has some great offense, and he likes to get a bit innovative, even try things and all that kind of stuff to make his matches more exciting and interesting to watch. I get it. Now you can't have your interesting offense and House of Torture run in with Yoshihashi. Why? The dude is late in tag matches. Pick one. Like, Evil would have been to say, like, we can't come out to help you, man. Why? Because Yoshihashi won't remember all the steps plus all the interference. He just
That's amazing.
That's my theory. Look, I don't hate Yoshihashi. He is an easy do to make fun of and stuff, and sometimes deservedly so. And you know, I'm happy to do that, and I'm glad that he's now had titles and things and all that stuff. But the vibe I get off him is he's done, and we're moving on. Dude, I've read a couple of his diaries. He couldn't fucking figure out incense sticks. Come on, man.
What you think about Marty? He searches people before every match. He never finds anything, but he's like, Chase, you take those spurs off. And he's like, what, these? Okay. Young Lions take the coat, they take the hat away from the ring, but they leave the spurs sitting perfectly in the corner.
Oh, yeah. But you also know that if Marty hadn't have taken those spurs off, he would have left them on too, you know.
Oh, sure.
There you go. So I'm going to put Chase over just a little bit here, all right? And I need to do it because he's in a new faction, right? And well, what's his style of wrestling? Where's he from? He's from areas of America where Memphis style is probably pretty big. Well, now you're in a Japanese faction that is pretty much a Memphis style heel faction, and you know he's got the cowboy music and all that kind of stuff, and you know he's got and he can do a lot of that Memphis heel stuff, and he can do it pretty well. So he's kind of changed it all up and stuff, and all that kind of stuff. So I'll give him that. And there's one dude in this match who tries his ass off to make this match at least interesting to watch, and it's Chase Owens. So I think I've put him over more than I have in a very long time, and I'm going to stop now. But look, this is also me stalling because this match is, after all that, this match is kind of boring. And I think at least I'm watching this and I'm like, which one would I rather be have in the G1? Taichi. You know, neither. Can they both get counted out or something? Like, can something like that happen? But no, someone's got to win. And if gun to my head, I guess at least Chase has got interesting offense and he'll be able to work with a lot of the wrestlers better. Then again, I don't want to see him beat some of my top boys. So I guess, oh no, we're getting G1 Yoshi. And at this stage of fucking Yoshi wins with the karma. By the way, I've never seen someone win a match with their finisher by getting so much help to put the fucking finisher on. Dude, don't you have a crucifix bomb you use now?
He does blatantly help him do it. It's very fun.
Dude, how long have you been using? See, he never hits karma. That's why he, like, surely you watch take Shingo aside. How do I hit the karma? Because it's very much
he's not going to help Yoshihashi.
No, he's not. Even in real dudes and not kayfabe, he's just like, fuck you, brother. Like, come on, man, I'm too cool for you. But yeah, go to like someone take this boy aside. Like, yes, we know you have large penis, but it is time to show you how to do the karma. Let's go. Oh my god, it is the worst looking karma you've ever seen. 1, 2, 3, Chase loses, and Yoshihashi is in the G1. I'm fucking mad. Why am I mad at this point? Because you made me watch Ishii in one match and lose, and you made me watch Taichi in another match and lose. Look, they lose to two dudes who deserve to be in the G1. They do. Callum Newman and Driller. I'm not mad at them at all. No, fuck you. You should definitely be in the G1. Why couldn't it be like Taichi versus fucking Yoshihashi or something like that, and then Ishii versus Chase or something? Yeah. So at this point, I'm mad because I don't realize what's going to happen tomorrow night, and my heart just kind of soars in excitement and anticipation. So this was this match stank. Let's move on. Unless you want to talk about it.
I'd like to say some things. If I was not, just to echo what you just said, I was not as excited for the G1 after this as I will be after night 2.
Mm-hmm.
So, or the next night we're going to talk about. But yeah, I thought there were some funny things here. Like, for example, Yoshihashi has racing stripes on his back. of burger wrap.
Oh my god!
What are we doing? Just 2 stripes down his back. What the fuck?
On either side of his
I've
spine.
never seen that. That was hilarious. So, also I saw. I mean, seen some bad cactus elbows in my life. I mean, I've been to a lot of like shindy wrestling, and they all want to do that. Fucking, you know, every guy that is, you know, of a certain body shape wants to do that move a lot of times. And man, this is one of the worst ones ever from Chase. It was bad, and it looked like it hurt him. He was like, oh, after that, it looked like I hurt him real bad, and that was kind of funny. But
the funny thing about it is, we see the tape on the back, and you message me going, "Hey, look at Yoshihashi!" Vroom, vroom.
He's like, well, he was definitely, it was for speed. That's what I thought. You know, why is he putting racing stripes? Anyway, that was wild.
Oh,
but I was also assuming at this point that Hot doesn't care about Chase Owens and his dumb cowboy theme song, which I'm pretty sure he is singing it, which is funny. But, you know, anyway, so next, Luke, we have a stank belt title match. Sho, Yujiro, and Ren Narita versus Yano, Yo, and Master Wato. Now, this is funny because Yo walks out and he literally has the 5-pound bag that they're going to stuff 10 pounds of shit into, and I couldn't believe it. He has a bag.
You know what my first note is here? Hey, Yo's walking out with bag. No, not bag. An actual bag.
Yeah.
See.
My joke was way better, and you
Yeah,
sold
true.
it, and I'm fucking pissed. Anyway,
You messaged it to me the other day. I've heard it before.
I worked really hard on it, and you should tell it when I tell you a funny joke. So
should have surprised me with 15 pounds of shit.
I laugh at your jokes, but anyway, Nerds reign supreme after the initial attack. Yeah, I don't just try to tell another joke right on top of it to step on you. That is very mean. But anyway, it's heat on Yo, so that's fun for a bit. And Water tags in. They set up a spot where Marty is about to be suplexed, but they don't do it. I was so mad. They did the thing where it's like, oh, German suplex. Oh no, grab Marty. Sho's got him. Here we go. Double suplex Marty. They don't do it. And I was so fucking mad. And that's one of the reasons House of Torture is awesome. Is because they make you mad with stuff like that even. It's like, oh, you won't do anything cool.
I want to see Marty take a suplex. Fuck yeah. No.
Won't do that. Yeah. Doki appears and he rings the bell to screw Wato over, and that was pretty funny. Yano catches Doki, though, and he tries to cheat on behalf of House of Torture, but that's a distraction for Push-Up Bra! Yano's about to win when Kanemaru runs in, but Yano low blows everybody. Yo puts the bag on Yujiro's head. It's all awkward because they're trying to get this stupid bag thing in. Yo puts the bag on Yujiro's head all awkwardly, and then he's pinned by Yano. The stake belt changes hands, and Wato fucks with Doki after the match and talks shit because now he's got a stank belt. He's stanky. Yeah.
Look, I don't mind this spot for Yo, and this is one of Toru Yano's shticks. He was one of the first. He was the first stank belt champion with the Briscoe brothers.
No shit,
so, you know,
right, yeah.
And if there's 2 wrestlers on this earth that like those belts more than anyone, it is Bushi, who's now left and can never hold that belt ever again. And the other guy is the guy Bushi hates for stealing it off him all the time. It's fucking Toru Yano. So, you know, that's fine. I did laugh that when the bag's on Yujiro's head, when he's trying to bump down after the low blow, he's got to kind of hold the bag over his head so it doesn't come off.
That's what I'm saying, yeah. It's all awkward. So.
Yeah.
Why wasn't it Yano's black sack? You know, it was like a potato bag or something made of burlap, which it's all itchy. That probably sucks. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's a rice bag apparently, but I want better things for Wato. Like, you know, part of me at the end of last night, the next night's main event, there's 2 dudes I wanted to be like, hey, Despy, I'm next. I'll spoil it. And he's one of them. The other guy was on commentary for the English, and that's Francesco Acura. But no, we didn't get that. But yeah, this was fine. I guess Ren's got better things to do than rep the stank belt in the G1. And Sho's got better things to do, like tagging with Doki rather than fucking Yujiro. So yeah, I'm I'm okay with this. All right, it is main event time. I love this match. I do. I love it. It is Hiroshi Tanahashi versus Gabriel Kidd for the global title. I'm fucking excited. There's a fucking awesome video package which incorporates like the awesome match against clips from the awesome match with Kenny Omega and Gabe Kidd, where Tanahashi's crying, and you know, just all sorts of really cool stuff like that. And Gabe Kidd, he just goes for the fucking kill right away. He's not even doing like mega moves, but he's getting Tanahashi down. He's like, "Hey, Red Shoes, fucking count, bitch! Like, get down here and count." Kidd is all over Tanahashi. There's even like a nasty looking suplex, lots of strikes and chops, and dumps Tanahashi out and just fucks him up on the outside, and then just gets back in the ring, gets on the top, gets on the corner, and just starts playing guitar, baby. Yeah. Oh my god. Then he gets Tanahashi in a fucking bulldog choke and talks trash to him while he's in the Oh my god, that's fucking funny. Tanahashi, he fires back with some dragon screws and that crunching fucking senton by Tanahashi, of course. Yeah, there's a twist and shout. And Tanahashi, he's like, "Fuck you, dude. It's high fly flow time." But he gets slapped and chopped. But you know, Gabe Kidd gets up to go fuck with Tanahashi on the top rope. Tanahashi shoves him to the floor, and holy fuck, I'm enjoying this so far. It's good. I'm enjoying it. But no, it gets fucking better. Aces high. Now, we've been seeing a lot of aces high just lately, but they're into the ring. We got to see a fucking real aces high. It's the kind of move that I love seeing Tanahashi do, and also am happy if I never see him do it. But my God, it was fucking tremendous. The fucking air this man gets, it's
like the high fly flow to the floor, which is what it's called, what I'm going to call it. That is one of the best moves in New Japan. Period.
Yeah. Yep.
Just like it's one of the best moves ever. I love it. It's ridiculous. It's absurd and it's awesome.
Oh my God. And then Tanahashi, he gets up and he's like, "Hey, you like to fuck with me with the railing, do you? Well, guess what? It's your turn." And just starts bashing Gabe Kidd into the railing, puts his leg over the freaking railing dragon screw, which means it hurts more.
That's nasty.
Yeah, it was fucking great. There's a brain buster in the ring by Kidd, and then Kidd, he's like, "Hey, I can do a high fly flow as well." No, you can't. He misses. There's a JTO by Tanahashi. He wants to tap Jay White out with a Texas Cloverleaf. And because Jay White had a move that he dubbed the Tanahashi taps out, he dubbed his Cloverleaf for one night as the JTO, and I call it the JTO forever. And that's only when Tanahashi does it, though. A sling blade, but Kidd is up, and I get my other favorite move by excuse me, Hiroshi Tanahashi, and that is the straight jacket German suplex. Holy shit. And here it is, high fly flow, 1, 2, and it's a fucking 2.99. Oh, shoulder is good. Up. Oh, Tana goes for another, and he misses. Kidd, he gets some freaking knees in. He's got his pad down and all that, and he does that awesome rebound kind of lariat. He does and it's a 1. Oh, Tanahashi's like, "Nah, fuck this." There's another knee to the face and a pile driver by Gabriel Kidd for 2. Freaking slap fight.
Crowd went nuts for that.
Oh my God, I'm going fucking nuts. This is what I wanted. Like, you know, man. Oh man, I wanted this for Yuya as well, but I guess you gotta leave something. Yeah, you can't lose against everybody on your last year, I guess. But and Yuya doesn't have a title either. But this is just Tanahashi putting over Gabe Kidd. It's title match Tanahashi, or as good a title match Tanahashi as you can get in his last year of wrestling, which is still pretty fucking good. It's Tanahashi putting this guy over major as well. Like you blew his mind at the Tokyo Dome, and now here it is. I'm gonna put you over, brother, at big time. It's fucking amazing. I love this dragon suplex by Tanahashi, but Kidd, he kind of uses that momentum to come back up. Sling blade. Ace is high in the ring, but no, mid-air slap and a pile driver, and 1, 2, 3. Kidd retains the global title. I fucking love this match. Yeah,
it was awesome. I had a lot of fun watching it. It was like everything you want a New Japan heavyweight main event to be. There was a funny part. I laughed when Gabe Kidd was talking shit, and he told Tanahashi he's going to have to give up. He told him straight to his face, and I was like,
Oh yeah,
you hear that? Marty was backstage. He was listening, you know.
you steal my shit.
But I thought the you know, you hear the story, we've all heard it about Icarus. You know, his dad said, don't fly too close to the sun with your wax wings or they'll melt. And he does. And that's, you know, what happened when Gabe Kidd tried the high fly flow. He just ate shit. It was awesome. I like that. That was a lot of fun. After the match, he gives a big emotional speech, and he does it in Japanese and part English. He said, without Tanahashi, he would not be alive. And he openly weeps for a moment. And then so does Tanahashi. And they're both crying. And then there's, you know, the deep Dogazi bow or whatever from Gabe Kidd. And the camera work on this is amazing because Tanahashi's in the corner crying, facing the camera. Camera's shooting. You see Gabe Kidd behind Tanahashi in the ring, holding the belt, but he's bowing. And it's like, this is pro wrestling. You know, this is like what I love about pro wrestling.
Chris adds to the moment because if there's one wrestler on this earth I don't think I've even heard a single bad thing about, it's Hiroshi Tanahashi. But you don't hear too many stories about, you know, what a fucking awesome ambassador and what a great dude this guy is. Because you don't hear that many stories about, you know, New Japan wrestlers and stuff. Well, we don't go looking for them anyway a lot of the time. But Chris was saying that when Gabe Kidd was going through all of his stuff, you know, all of his troubles, you know, with, you know, mental illness and things like that, he's still probably going, you know what I mean. Tanahashi would FaceTime him every single day. You know, how are you, man? How's it going? All that kind of stuff. And considering English isn't even his first language either, it wasn't about, who cares? You know, and man, having someone who must be like someone you look up to and think of as like one of your heroes, because look at his emotion at the end of this match as well. Like, you know, that must have been fucking huge. So there's, I know Ospreay also reached out and Olive Branch and helped him a lot too, which was fucking awesome. I love that story as well. And there were guys that reached out and did those things to help, but I did not know that about Tanahashi. So it's Gabe Kidd. So it just made everything all more full circle and sweeter and more adorable. And I loved it. Yeah.
I was listening to the Japanese commentary and they were just screaming shit and I didn't know what they were saying. And it was all so good. I love that. So, oh man, that was a fun night. And I thought, man, this Soul show is not so bad. I kind of like this Soul show. Little did I know we were going to head to Kurgan Hole on the next night on July 6th, and there's no guardrails. It's fucking packed and stacked, and this crowd is insane. And I didn't know what this night was going to be. But, Luke, we got the news in the middle of these two shows that Goto was going to be out. What is New Japan's solution to Goto being gone?
Well, we've got 4 dudes that didn't qualify for the G1. Time for a second chance draw, baby. But rather, you know, but how do you do it? I mean, do you have a fatal 4-way or something like that? New Japan doesn't really do those. They don't really do triple threats that often either. Instead, they do a gauntlet match. 2 men will start. When one man gets pinned or one man loses, the next guy comes in, and then the 4th guy comes in, and the winner at the end. Boom, you're in the G1 now, motherfucker. Go.
Yeah, I have a note here that they named it the Goto Memorial G1 Play-In Gauntlet is what it was called. So just wanted to...
Is that real or is it your joke?
It's my joke. So anyway, all right. So this night starts with another Young Lion match, and it's I want to call him Billy Zane J for some reason.
Yeah, let's do it.
I think that's funny, but it's not that funny. But it's him versus Matsumoto, and I noticed that Akira's on commentary, so I'm like, I'll give him a shot. You know, there's a long series of standing switches in this match, and then Matsumoto goes "fuck your leg," and Zane goes "fuck your arm," and that's like, oh, we're switching it up. So they do the thing, and then, oh no, Matsumoto's got the Brab, he's going to win. Oh, the bell rings. But here's the difference between this match and the one from the night before. The Kurgan Hall crowd is insane for everything that happens in this. They are losing their minds, and like, especially in the next match. And they are like very pleased with the effort. And they're like, good job, guys. You guys did a great job. It's like, it's important for the young lions to get over in Kurgan Hall. That's very important, you know? So,
yeah. Dude, I even liked Matsumoto in this match because Zane J does fuck your arm on him. So what does he do? He goes for a single leg brab near the end, and then manages right at the end to turn that into the double brab, so the normal brab. So I like it. It was a nice little touch. Good call from the young lions. Anyway, we got a match that K Hall goes absolutely fucking insane.
This match is fantastic, dude.
Also, so do I, kind of. It is Shamikato and Yasuda versus Daiki Nagai and Murashima. All right. So these four, they know the fucking score. Sold out crowd in Kurgan Hall. We've got to fucking go. And, you know, all right, the young lions always go hard, but they're fucking going hard. Daiki Nagai and Yasuda just start fucking beating the shit out of each other. Oh, my God. Murashima's pounce always looks just fucking tremendous. These lads are just fucking kicking the shit out of each other. And I'm expecting a mirror, like the reverse of like last night, because, you know, Yasuda and Daiki are kind of in that spot of young lions where they are in very much trade wins mode, right? Mm-hmm. I got my first win now. I got my first win. Oh, I got the second and third win. Well, I'm going to get my second and third win, you know, all that kind of stuff. So I'm expecting that. By the way, like, they're going so hard. Yasuda, by the end of it, he's getting grabbed the fuck out by Daiki Nagai, and he's bleeding from the mouth. So that's how hard these guys are going. And I'm like, holy shit. Well, I'm not going to complain that Daiki Nagai and Murashima won again. That Daiki got the submission win. Little did I know that for a young lion, he's getting heated up.
He was auditioning, you know.
Oh, yeah.
And he hit a series of moves in this match, which are simple, but it was beautiful. And the crowd, like, they did the wah thing where they only do that in like huge matches and big moments. He basically, like, he tags in, he's running wild and stuff. There's a couple pins, and then he does a drop down, a leapfrog, and then a no look splash. And it is like, fuck, it doesn't get any better. It was amazing. So they went nuts for that. I went nuts for that. And I was like, Daiki Nagai is heated up. He was on my mind as that match is over, right? You know, it's like that, man, pro wrestling works on me when it's done the way they do it. So anyway, Next, Luke, we have Shota Umino, Yuya Uemura, Bars, and Hanma versus Taguchi versus Evil, Sonata, Ren Narita, Yujiro, and Kanemaru, and House Torture Attack. Ren and Shota start in the ring, and Yuya teams up with them, and they clean house, and that's kind of fun. Yujiro takes a double drop kick so bad that it might be dangerous. It was so bad that he almost landed under Shooter as he was landing somehow on a double drop kick. And it's like, what happened? So that was really funny. Dick Togo, though, he hypnotizes Taguchi. Taguchi's clearing house. He's doing this little run gimmick, and House Torture's falling for it. And Dick Togo just runs in place on the outside, hypnotizes Taguchi. He doesn't know what to do. He freezes in place. So House of Torture beat him up. And we get a double accidental low blow thing, like Sonata does the thing where he gets accidental low blow. Sakamoto's like, oh, why are you chopping me out? that's what he's thinking. Why are you chopping me out? You know, and then fucking Taguchi falls and accidentally hits Sonata. That's always fun. So I like that.
I like that spot.
So then Boltin Oleg tags in, and they've been hanging out with Dick Togo. He's in for this, and he's good for coming up with stuff like this. But they do a double Samoan drop where he like stacks two dudes up on him and does a double. It's amazing. You're right. He's getting booked awesome now, and it's fantastic. He gets a double shotgun drop kick. That was awesome. There's a low blow on him too, but he shimmy shakes Sonata. That was fun. And then this is great. So he hits that double drop kick. He tags in Hanma, and they do a Ho train on Evil. Han Mania is about to run wild. He's gonna win, but push up bra, and everything's Evil out to his back because he wasn't looking, and Ren wasn't gonna be like, "Hey!" He just hit him in the back. Poor Hanma.
Hanma could be a little slow to turn around, so just fuck him up. Yeah, all right.
Hit him.
And then Ren just kicks Shooter's ass at the end because like he hates Shooter Umino. So like, yeah, that's awesome. Oh man, I also like Kanemaru going, "Hey Sakamoto, get Taguchi's leg for me." Huh?
Oh
Why?
yeah.
Leg split. Sonata's turned into a bit of a cheeky shit. Like who'd have thought that this smooth, crisp, technical kind of wrestler dude would show a bit more personality and stuff by being a asshole, cheeky, fucking douchebag heel. I don't know. Yeah. And he must be happy tagging with one of his best mates, Evil, anyway. So yeah, there is that. So next we have, man, I'm more excited for post match than I am for this actual match, and I like this match a lot. Let's do it. It is Shingo, Yota Tsuji, and Hiromu Takahashi versus Zack Sabre Jr., Rare Iwa, and Hartley Jackson. We get some great Shingo, Zack Sabre Jr. stuff, and I am just like,
It is awesome. Like, wow.
That's my shit. That's like, yeah, that's my shit. Hiromu tags in, and he's like, whatever, champ, get out of here. I want Hartley Jackson now. Hartley's like, what? Are you serious? Yeah, let's fucking go.
That was so fun.
Oh my god! Like Jackson does a splash on Hiromu as well, and the fans just gasp.
They scream like it's real.
Oh yeah, dude!
Awesome. It was so great.
There's group sentons on Hiromu as well. Hiromu gets Iwa down with a crossbody, and I like this. Zack Sabre Jr. is laying on the apron, and then Yota Tsuji just runs and does a Canadian baseball. Oh, they're all Canadian, I guess. Baseball slide to kick Zack Sabre Jr.'s ass out onto the floor. Bye, get out of here. Fuck you.
He just handles Zack Sabre Jr. That was wild.
I like that. Oh, I like that a lot. Yota and Iwa just tear it up. Iwa gets a freaking gnarly looking knee to the face by Yota Tsuji, and then Iwa hits like this Tenzan Anaconda suplex on Yota. Then it takes all three of the ex-best friends of Naito to get Hartley Jackson down. And then Yota hits him with a pumping bomber, and then Shingo hits him with a pumping bomber as well for 3. And, you know, normally if I'm not watching live, I might be like, oh man, there's another 4 minutes of people fucking around. Oh, I'll just skip to the next match. For some reason, I didn't. And then something fucking cool happened. Mr. Andy, what is that fucking cool thing that happened?
So the 3 former LIJ guys are trying to leave, and they get stopped on their way out by Daiki Nagai. And he just looks at him and he's like, what do you think? And Shingo looks at him and says, take that off. He's got the Young Lion shirt on or whatever, and he's like, okay, yes, sir, right away. Takes it off. And they basically all 3 of these guys give him the okay. You know what I mean? And they seem real happy about it, especially Hiromu, because Hiromu's like, cool. Now I don't have to be this fall guy anymore. And I'm pretty sure he says something like that, because when he approaches him, the whole crowd laughs or whatever he says, right? So Daiki Nagai joins this like non-faction of 4 guys, right? So now he can be the fall guy for the former LIJ guys, but at the same time, he can move up, in status. And I think they really liked how that turned out with Fujita. And they used to do that, where a young lion would be part of a faction and then, and get to kind of come up that way. And they haven't done it for a long time in that same way. So they're doing it with Fujita. They're doing it with Daiki Nagai. I like that. It's another step for a young lion in between, get your first win and go on excursion. So that's cool.
I marked the fuck out. And then I was like, oh, that's why Daiki Nagai's getting more wins over on Yasuda at the moment. Okay, you got to heat him up a bit to make him look cool, so he doesn't look like a big loser when he, joins when he joins the LIJ boys. And it makes sense. Shingo, Yota Tsuji, and Hiromu are too over to be in that jobber spot. They just are. It's just, and you don't want that for all 3 men. You don't. It's weird. And even though Hiromu was in that kind of fall guy spot, he still wasn't getting many losses. They're winning all their fucking tag matches, by the way. So what do? Well, let's put Daiki Nagai there. He's obviously the cool, cocky one of the Young Lions. Put him in this group. He fits perfectly. I love it. Yeah. I loved it. I loved it. And I knew as soon as you saw it, you'd be messaging me going, oh my God. Yeah. And you did. Or something to that effect. Yeah.
I'm much more calm than you portray me.
Calmer than you are.
Yeah,
Anyway.
exactly. So it's usually a little more measured, but anyway, so not always. But next, Luke, I thought that was fun. That match was good too. And I have to mention, if you ever want to see somebody like keep being in the heat spot from being boring, because that can be a boring spot and people can be very boring in that. Hanma. Sorry, Hanma, but you're really boring in the heat spot, right? As most of the guys are actually. Man, Hiromu was extremely entertaining. He was constantly trying to get to the other corner in comedic fashion, and that was like textbook how to take heat and do it like in a entertaining way. Anyway, next, Luke, we have the last in a lifetime Tanahashi versus Tiger Mask friendship. That's what this match had, like a subheading. Friendship.
Final road kinship. This is funnily enough, this is only their second ever singles match together.
I heard that.
Yeah.
That was good. Yeah. Murphy. Okay, so this is very interesting. There's a young lion dynamic going on here that I just found fascinating. You see Kato, and he's falling all over himself. You need some Tiger Mask. He's following Tiger Mask around. I guess he always does that. I just don't really notice, but he is, a Tiger Mask's young lion or whatever. And so like he's following him around. He's like, he didn't open the ropes fast enough for him. And you can see he's like nervous about it. When Tanahashi comes out, Murashima's standing there right by the little steps already, and he just calmly gets up on the apron. And when the ace goes in, he opens the ropes. They share a little glance, and that's it. And I just thought the dynamics between those two relationships are compared was kind of that kind of thing we joke about, that theory that we have that Tiger Mask is a bit of a fucking asshole. Maybe that's it. Yeah, maybe it's real. Oh man, that was pretty fun. So, and also Tanahashi's look was, you're still my favorite. It was that Daiki Nagai. He just joined some faction, but you're still my favorite. Don't worry about him. That was fun. So
Murashima is not jealous at all. He's Tanahashi's boy.
Right. He's got this. It's fine. But there's a handshake before the match, kinship, as you mentioned. So Tiger is in his Sapphire Sheriff pants. I noticed. I was like, ooh. So not the mask though. He's got the regular one. But they do some mat wrestling, and Tanahashi acts like he's gonna do a clean break in the corner, and then he just doesn't. He's an asshole about it. He like breaks his leg.
He knows who he's wrestling. He knows Tiger's gonna be a fucking prick to him. So he's just like, you know what? I'm gonna get in first.
That was funny. So anyway, so he goes for a little fuck your leg. Tiger Mask gets a dive, and everybody lays down, has a little lay down just for a little bit. That's funny. And there's a count out spot. Tiger Mask does the top rope arm drag, and it's fine, and a Tiger driver. The crowd loves that. Tiger gets a knee bar and some kicks. There's a figure four from Tanahashi, and it's a long hold, and then surprise sling blade. Twisted shout, sling blade, how fly flow for the win. They got in, they got out, that they were supposed to do. They didn't fuck anything up. Respect and love after the match. And like we get the John Hatfield special, Tanahashi raises his hand and they play Tiger Mask music even though he lost.
This was 10 times better than the Makabe match. Absolutely. Yeah. They all hit their marks. It was good. It was just really good, solid, old dudes match. And I guess we'll mention it here. But Tiger Mask has announced his retirement. It'll be July next year, and I'm ready. Look, I like Tiger. I know we make fun of him right now, but because we think he's a secret asshole, but the dude's a legend.
He's awesome,
bona fide, right? He's fucking awesome. I'm ready for you. I'm ready for him to go. I love me some Hanma. I'm ready. I'm like, it's fine. You can.
Jushin Thunder Liger's been gone for like 5 years.
Yeah,
6 years maybe. It's been a while, right? We had not started the podcast yet when he retired. So
surely we had. Oh, I don't know, but yeah, no, you might be right. I can't remember, but it's we'll see. Like he bowed out at the right time as well. Like he did some dad stuff, but he didn't. I don't think it was as long for him to do that as other wrestlers,
Well, he's hoping it improves his booking. Look what it's done for Tanahashi. If you announce that you're, all of a sudden you're in the main event beating everybody, when you announce your retirement. Same thing will happen for Tiger Mask, guaranteed.
All right, man. Let's go for the match of the night.
Dakota Memorial G1 Playing Gauntlet. The honorable referee Marty Asami presiding.
Dude, there's only one ref for this fucking
Yeah.
match. Yeah.
Were
All
you
right.
thinking at all? Okay, so were you thinking at all about the order that people come out and what the likelihood of them then winning was at all? Did you think about that at all?
Well, look, I know. I thought the two with the most likely chance of being in the G1 was Taichi and Chase.
That's
Uh,
yeah.
And I love my Ishii, but he's 49. I guess they see him as old, even though, hey, look, he's moving and having better matches than fucking Hiroki Goto. And he's doing moves he doesn't always do. This dude's fucking pulling out new shit. This guy's wrestling like he's fucking Dustin Rhodes, just pulling out new shit, even though he's 100. Like, come on.
He's way
But
better
no.
than Dustin Rhodes, but we must compare
you know
everyone to Goto too.
Yeah. But you know what I mean? Like, Dustin Rhodes is still pretty damn good for the age that he is. And he's a lot older than Ishii as well. But, Ishii's like 49. Yeah, move like a fucking 49-year-old. That's for sure. God damn it. So, yeah, I thought the likelihood would have been like Kojima last, Ishii, pains me to say it, then Chase, then Taichi. Even with Chase coming out first, so
that had me concerned.
Yeah,
that had me concerned. I was like, fuck. I was very emotionally invested in this. So.
Yeah, me too. And so I know who we both want. We both want Taichi first. If we can't have Taichi, we want Ishii. So that's just how we are. Then probably Kojima, then Chase. All right. So Chase is out first, and then Kojima's out second. And I like seeing Kojima beat up Chase, but I know what's going to happen here. Chase is going to pin Kojima. Man, I love you, Kojima. Chase uses Marty to stop Kojima. It's pretty short. It's not long. Their exchanges, and he uses Marty as a distraction. Marty turns away to go, hey, and as he's doing that, low blow and a pile driver. So at least he cheated to beat Kojima. All right, I can handle that. All right, thank you, Chase. I can.
He bumped around for Kojima too, and Kojima was awesome in that match. He was fantastic. He sold a close fist punch, like he was dead. He just went, straight backwards.
And Marty was not happy with that punch. Like, no, yeah.
He wasn't scared though. Like Chase threatened him with the closed fist, and Marty was like, I smacked evil. I'm not scared of you. It was pretty funny. I really liked it. Also, he Mr. Brad gave as Chris Charlton called it, the CM Punk special to Chase Owens because he can't get any air on that elbow. Nothing. He's just like, bam. I don't think he actually got him in the CM Punk.
No, but I did love that. Hey, Chris was not too bad tonight. I liked him. And I loved Akira. You know what I love about Akira? All right, English is not even his first language. Here he is on English commentary, crushing it. And my favorite people on commentary are always the ones where when I'm listening to them, I'm like, you watch the product. You know what the fuck's going on.
Oh, he does. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Akira's up in it. Like, yeah. He's doing his due diligence. He's watching all the matches. He's taking it all in, yeah.
And he would ask questions and stuff. He'd be like, didn't this happen? And then Chris would be like, oh, yeah, on this date that happened. You're right. I thought they were really good,
Yeah, absolutely. So Taichi's out next. Yay, Sonata with the Kanemaru Gambit just fucking blasts him from behind. Then there's a fucking seat trigger into Taichi's mush while he's still in his coat for 2. What? Chase tries to do the Marty shit again and sending Taichi Marty into Taichi, but doesn't work the first time. Oh, but might work the second time, and Marty fucking bumps like he's a soccer player, man. Like, what? He's the kind of guy you could be like, finger poke of doom, and he'll just be like, whoom.
He somehow can propel himself backwards at alarming speeds.
Dude,
that's amazing.
It must be the shoes. Oh my god, he fucking bumps. It's awesome. Sonata, he's putting in the air guitar and stuff like that, and then Ishii makes the save.
Yeah.
Because they're gonna have to wrestle each other, but Ishii's got no problem wrestling anyone for any reason ever. I'm gonna fuck anyone up, even my bros.
he wants to wrestle Taichi. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And like
absolutely.
he doesn't want to beat him because he's down. He wants to beat him because they fought. And
Yeah.
the better man won or whatever. Ishii's fighting spirit is so powerful, Luke. It has healing properties for not just him, for other people.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
amazing, including the Kurgan Hall crowd who were going bonkers during all of this.
So I remember being disappointed that just Four Guys and whatever are now in Hontai, and then they made it all better by making my dream tag team of Ishii and Taichi. They did it for us, man. They must have. I don't know, man, but I love it. He comes out and makes the save for Taichi, fucking suplexes Sonata and all that kind of stuff. And then we get a jackknife pin by Taichi onto Chase. 1, 2, 3. Taichi is over. And Chase beats the shit out of Taichi a little longer and all that kind of stuff. And look, Ishii's a killer. But he's a fair killer, right? He waits for Marty to kind of like steady himself. And he's like, all right, Taichi, collect yourself for a bit. But as soon as you're on your feet, it's fucking on like the break it down, motherfucker. Let's go. And then we get like the neverest shit that, oh man, this is everything to me, man. This stuff. This is just, it's two of my favorite sellers, Ishii and Taichi. They've got movesets that are different yet but similar, so they can play off each other. They both got Gamagiris, Inzaguris, all that kind of stuff, and suplexes and shit. They're both strikers. Maybe one's more with the legs and the other one's more with the arms and stuff. But these guys just go, oh, this is heaven to me, man. This is heaven. And then the tag team champions wrestling against each other. It's what two of my favorite boys just going.
It's always Taichi is in the most emotional situations possible. Here, he has to fight his friend. He's not at 100%. The crowd is 100% behind him, but they're also 100% behind, his partner. And Ishii is trying to give him a chance. You know what I mean? And so he has to take advantage of that. I mean, Marty gives him motivation. Marty's even in on this. And we're all like, Taichi, let's go, Taichi.
Dude. Hurricane Hall's going fucking apeshit. They're going absolute freaking nuts for both dudes. More Taichi, I guess, because I think we got him.
He's the underdog. This is the story. He's the underdog always.
Absolutely.
And here we are again.
He's betrayed 3 times. He's an underdog. He's not as decorated as Ishii is as well, all that kind of stuff. So
House of Torture just kicked his ass.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Fight yeah.
Now you got to fight a guy you pretty much have to murder in order to beat him, So, this is heaven. Hook it up to my fucking veins, man. Like, holy shit. Oh, look, they do awesome double downs, strike sections and all that, but I want to just talk about right here just the fucking power shit they do on each other, because they do so much of it. And the strike combos and the Inzaguri battles are absolutely fucking amazing as well. I love it. But what I'm seeing is Ishii hits a fucking Taichi style last ride. Taichi hits the first of 3 dangerous suplexes, and Ishii's freaking landing. I was just, holy shit, I felt that. There's an Ishii-style power bomb by Taichi. Wow, the one where racks of stacked
him up. That's right.
Oh, my God. Ishii cops another dangerous suplex, and then a third one with a bridge for 2. That's a freaking pile driver and a fucking Ishii Mephisto.
That was funny. I knew Ishii was losing at that point. I was like, all right, let's go Taichi. I didn't know for sure, but I was pretty sure.
Yeah. Emerald Flosion by Taichi. Far out. There's some gnarly kicks to the freaking head by both guys, but Taichi gets the gnarliest looking one right at the end. Fucking gets Ishii in the mush. Black Mephisto. I love you, Ishii. Thank you for doing this. 1, 2, 3. Taichi is in the G1. I am so fucking excited. I'm that's my look at me. I can barely form a sentence right now. I love this. What did you think of this? Save me.
The whole thing was great. I loved it. Taichi coming out. That's it was good before that. It was, but then it got great when Taichi came out.
Yeah.
And, he got his ass kicked before he could get in the ring. Marty had to take his jacket off for him, and they had to kind of stay away from him for a second so Marty could help him. But that's also why Marty got bumped, because he was just too close.
Yeah.
But I loved it. I thought it was awesome. Once Taichi wins, that was I was not expecting him to win, at all. I was very much once it was down to those two, I thought, well, it's got to be Taichi. But still, even then, I'm like, maybe not, and that's a good wrestler, because you never know what's going to happen with him. And I mean, he most of the time loses, and that's okay with me. I love it. But he's always in these matches that are so emotional. And for me, why I love this, the match was great. It was fun. It kind of ended the show for me, though, and I think it did.
Yeah, it did.
We'll talk about it, but I was looking forward to the G1, yes, but now I'm really looking forward to the G1. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to talk shit about. Well, maybe I am, but it's Taichi being in the G1 is a much more interesting situation than Goto being in. But also, there is the added thing: what happens when somebody gets replaced in a tournament? Usually,
that person who I'll just put it in the easiest way I can think of right now. Hey, maybe Taichi is going to get Goto's booking, because we've noticed this. Maybe you've noticed this longer than I have, but I did eventually catch on that when they have to make a change of plans because of an injury or something like that, the replacement gets that other dude's booking, and if that other dude's going to be Jobberoo, that's their booking for because of the replacement, and they've already done the mathematics and shit, right? So Goto's been booked strong this year. We were not huge fans of it, but he has. It's fine. Now we can say he's been champion, and we can move on with our lives, right? But he was probably going to get booked strong in the G1 as well. And you and I think he was probably supposed to be champion for this G1. So
right,
that kind of booking. So, he'd have a few losses, so he's not in the finals, the grand final or whatever, but enough wins to make the champ look strong, right? We're hoping Taichi gets that booking, because, my God, we're ready for a Taichi win streak for once. God damn it.
Well, I don't care if he lose. I don't care if he doesn't win the G1. He's in it. And that means every single block show with him on it is going to be way better. And I already was going to love it. So I'm fired up, and it would be awesome for Taichi. Taichi going to the finals and losing would be
I'd love it.
That would be a great story.
The fact that he's in the finals, give it to me. Yeah.
That would be awesome. So anyway, unfortunately, we have to move on. I'd like to talk about that forever.
I thought the show was over. It's better to pull out the diary.
I mean, the show was pretty much over. I like these other matches, but I don't care about them like I care about the other, about Taichi. So anyway, next week, the IWGP Junior Tag match. It is Wato and Hyo versus Sho and Doki. And I do like this. We get a recap video. Most of it is Doki hitting Wato with a pole. That was fun. They even show the debut beatdown. And Sho comes out, and everybody's out, and he has some words for us. And Yo decides to steal the mic. And I don't like how he's ordering Wato around. He's got the mic, and he's telling Wato what to do. You go over there. That's Taguchi's thing, right?
Hey, Yo, you're not the cool one in this group.
He's stealing Taguchi's thing. He thinks he is. So anyway, but he calls the match, and fucking Wato kicks, their asses. We get a double paradise lock on House of Torture. But right after that, they give Wato a severe case of ring postitis, and then they just fuck his leg up. There's a Brab with a pole on the floor from Doki, which is fun. And so many knee smashes, Luke. Wato mounts a comeback, though, and he tags in Yo, and Yo runs wild, and Sho and Yo do some really fucking fantastic wrestling in this match. That section right there between them, the reversals are fast, crisp, and clever, and it's really good. and they wrestle to a double down, and they tag in Watto and Doki. And Doki hits Watto's leg with the pole behind Marty's back. Damn it! And Doki puts that like half paradise lock thing on Watto. We gotta come up with a better name for that. That's a terrible name. And Watto is in considerable pain at this point. Yo makes the save though, and he gets he's okay. So he accidentally, Show accidentally spears Marty, and House of Torture rolls in while Marty's down. Yano comes out, and he's going to even the odds, and he takes out the other like former Stank Belt champs, right? He takes them out,
blows them up.
That's funny. So,
that was nice touch. I was like, who's going to save them out of the nerds? Of course, Yano. Yeah, of course.
Leader of the nerds, he's top nerd. But anyway, you think he low blows everybody for fun all the time?
Oh, and yeah, sack whack.
Every time.
Hey, how's it going, Marty? Sack whack.
Yeah,
how's it going, President Tanahashi? Sack whack. Yep. Yeah. Oh yeah.
So, Ref Sakamoto appears, and Watto hits some crazy power move. Like, what the fuck was that? I don't know what that was. That was nuts. He like loaded him up backwards on his shoulder, and what the. Anyway, Show hits everybody with a piece of black sheet metal or something, and a shock arrow onto the sheet metal. Doki hits Suplex de la Luna for the win. He pins Master Watto, and there's a post-match beatdown on the unaffiliated guys, and it's funny. And Doki's champion again, or he was already or something. So.
Yeah. By the way, I hate Yo doing the Paradise Lock. I hate it. Get your own moves. Do your own things. Don't
get
like
your own
it.
Shit. Yeah.
Yeah. Get your own shit. Man, I don't like. No, I don't like it. I mean, the crowd loved it, and I had fun and stuff. But yeah, fuck Yo. Yeah, this match was awesome, and I say that even though I will beat that dead horse of all right, Yo and Show. Come on, man. But I also get the added feud that I like even more of this built-in day one hatred between for Watto anyway, because he's day one. Doki was just like, who the fuck are you? You're a nerd. I hate you. And it's still going today. And I love this feud. And it's the kind of feud where I don't mind if Watto gets comeuppance on Doki. Like that's how good this is. I want to see these guys beat the shit out of each other. And oh man, seeing Doki give him a half brab on the outside with the pole as well was just funny. Our initial response to Doki doing what he did, I'm like, really? This is your plan for him? But now he's the junior tag champ with Show in the top merchandising selling faction. All right. I like seeing him paired up with Show. It's fine. And he's got a title. So he got a title on his first night back. So they're not mad at Doki, and they still believe in him. So yeah, it's cool.
And we do too. Damn it.
That's it. Damn it. I believed in him this whole time. But all right, I guess I am stalling a bit because I'm a bit disappointed with this main event. And man, I've got to do this one. All right, it is El Desperado versus Kosei Fujita. I am fucking pumped for this match, big time pumped. So pumped that so what ended up happening, listeners, is I watched most of the show after it, or as it was airing, or after it aired, but I was watching from the start because you can do that. And then I get to the gauntlet match and I'm like, fuck, man, I'm exhausted. And it's midnight. I'm going to bed. So I did. I woke up, watched the tag match, and then I was like, all right, Despy Vegeta's probably going to go 40, 45 minutes. Or at least half an hour minimum. I better see if Charity wants to walk Wilma now. We'll get the Wilma walk done so I don't have to pause it. I can just watch this match. All right, let's fucking go. And I had a similar experience to you when we just like, oh, how long is this? Oh, it's 25 minutes. Oh, wait, but that's going to include the fucking promo at the end and then the backstage part. Wait, really? This is going to be really short? Oh. Okay, well, that's all right. But Vegeta won the Best of Super Juniors. We can't, no. Hey, Despy, don't do a fucking death match then before a match like this with the Best of Super Junior winner. I'm a little annoyed before the match has even started. Despy looking cool as hell, though, in the red and white. He's got
the entrances are big time. Like the blocking and the camera work is fucking awesome. Like every shot before the bell rings, like tells the story of the match and has layers visually. It's amazing.
The extra part of this match, because I'm going to put parts of it over, the extra part of this match that I like is having that added element of Francesco Acura on commentary, because he's got that, you know, he hates Desperado. He's going to get him one day, you know, like,
yeah.
Man, I'd love it if he was the, now, anyway, this is freaking gnarly stuff. There's some really cool stuff at the start, and I'm like, man, it makes sense now that the match is held short, because like they're going hard and fast straight away. In fact, Vegeta's not fucking around, and Desperado's chest is bleeding. Oh my god! And then Desperado has to do some major fuck your leg to shut Vegeta down. And these are both, you know, the dudes who I used to tag with Zack Sabre Jr. I know submission shit. I tag with him now. I also know submission shit. And they're doing submission transitions. Say that 10 times fast on each other. And you know Despy's going to fucking crush that, because that's his bread and butter and he's an absolute pro. But, oh man, seeing the young guy go toe-to-toe with Desperado doing all these kind of mat wrestling submission things is just a fucking thing of beauty. And I'm like, I'm getting into this to the point where I forgot that this match is short. And then suddenly Vegeta's twisted up and he can't get away and he has to verbal tap out to the champ. And the match is over. And I'm like, all right, I'm a little disappointed Vegeta lost, but I didn't see. The thing is, I didn't expect Vegeta to beat Despy in 15 minutes. Did you? Man, like, it's good, but you get the you said it to me after I'd watched the match. Like they left a lot on the table. In fact, they barely touched the fucking meal.
Well, they started eating and they were like, "This is good." That's enough. You know what I mean? It
yeah,
was
I'm full.
as soon as it got like it was starting to get to that like magic time, it was over, and that was disappointing a little bit. It was very, very good, but you know, I wasn't so disappointed that Vegeta lost. I don't care that much about the junior title. You know, it would have been cool for him to win, but like, And I was just more kind of like had wrestling blue balls, because I was like, man, Taichi did all that. And you guys did the little. I mean, I was like, I was just like, man, you know. But then again, maybe I should have done it the way you did it, because I think I maybe would have enjoyed it more. Because I just liked the show so much, I kept watching it. I couldn't stop. You know what I mean? And I thought the main event was very good, but you know, the crowd was like, "What? Oh, okay, all right." You know, and that's how I felt.
Yeah. Yeah, like I expected to still be talking about this match. You know? Because it's a fucking Anyway, I like Soul, and I like these two nights. Were they perfect? And did I like everything? No, but I had a really great time watching New Japan Pro Wrestling, and then gushing and shitting on it with you, as I always do. But it's still diary season. It's going to be the last diary for a while, so we need more. And Jay has plenty of time if she still wants to send us some more diaries. But we have a first. It is the first episode of Konosuke Takeshida's Wrestler Diary, and thank you, Charity. She just got me a cup of coffee.
That's
I need to wet my whistle before I read this diary entry.
I'd rather spit in your face. You remember that from Indiana Jones 3?
Mm-hmm.
The Nazi offers the guy a drink, and he's like, "I'd rather spit in your face." That was awesome. Anyway,
I fucking love that movie. Anyway, all right. So it's June 13th, 2025. In this column, I will write about the experiences I have had over the 13 years I have worked as a professional wrestler.
Okay.
To be more specific, I started seriously aiming to become a professional wrestler when I was 9 years old. And considering that I have been preparing to debut since that time, I suppose it's accurate to say that I have dedicated 21 years of my life to professional wrestling. I mean, if I started wrestling tomorrow, you could say like I've dedicated myself to
Right.
wrestling since I was 14.
It's
You know,
very specific. Yes. This is a very analytical diary we're about to hear, I think.
Yeah. The question of how a professional wrestler lives their life is ultimately inseparable from the era in which they live. And nowhere is this more apparent than in the ring. This is reflected in the way that they live their life in the ring. In this column, I would like to focus on the topic of common sense for professional wrestlers.
Oh,
However,
that's
I think some topics will apply to modern life in general. Many may only apply to how I live my own life. All right. Since professional wrestling is a profession that has you're doing the Naito fucking word count thing. Since professional wrestling is a profession that has evolved with its own unique culture, some parts of what I write might seem strange or unusual to those reading this. Yeah, I'm reading this right now. That's how abnormal the sensibilities of professional wrestlers can be. However, I cannot say for sure that you will not find one or two opportunities to enrich your life with what I have to say. If you are forced to make a choice, or if you find yourself in a similar situation, I hope you will remember, what did Takeshita write on this topic? No, what did Takeshita do? No, never mind. For instance, the rabbit. Rabbits are creatures that droop their ears when they lack confidence. Although droopy-eared bunnies are cute to us humans, the reality is that they lack the confidence to perk up their ears. Most rabbits kept by humans are like this. They have left their wild instincts behind, let alone confidence. However, those rabbits inhabit the savannah, go about their lives with their ears perked up. Why is that? The natural world is a world of survival of the fittest. The very fact that they are still alive is a reason to be confident. Hence, wild rabbits will keep their ears perked up until they die. They also fuck more because, you know, there's fuck like rabbits. Yeah. Anyway. Whilst it's great to be alive in the wild savannah of civilized society, we should try to go about our business with perked up ears.
That's great.
I'm finished, and there's a picture of bunnies. One's an alpha bunny with his ears perked up, and all the other bunnies are droopy-eared motherfuckers.
Yeah.
I'm like that he's setting us up for all this stuff, and he's like,
And he's
hey,
like,
man, I'm saving it for the other columns. Get the
right.
fuck out of here.
This is what I will be writing about. And you might find it strange. But anyway,
his first entry is pretty much the introduction. So I would definitely read another Takeshita diary. Yeah. No, that was
well,
entertaining.
I knew he was joking right away when he said he wanted to talk about common sense and in pro wrestling. Like that does not; those are not. They can't go together. Those two things.
No.
So, because no person with any common sense would do what wrestlers do. So
no, I just think that tire spot with Vegeta, and I'm just like, because it's not real fighting, so people have to agree to these things.
Yeah,
you agreed to that, dude. Like that was a spot that was suggested to you, and you're like, I will take this spot.
Hey,
yes,
he knew he was going to win. He wanted to put Tyrosana over.
Yeah, Connors as well, make him look like a badass, and it worked. Yeah, absolutely. Like that's see, that's the cool thing about Vegeta. I've got this cocky exterior and all this kind of stuff. Gonna make you look good too. Vegeta has that, and he's really young.
Does.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, he'll get the title one day.
Yeah, damn straight. I reckon he might have another BOSJ win in him too. So yeah, oh man, over. Yeah. Look, one more piece of business before we move on. I don't usually do the crossover, but it is related this week. If you want to hear more of myself and Mr. Andy, but talk about a completely different subject, a few weeks ago, Mr. Andy recorded an episode of my Doctor Who podcast called The Maran Chess Club, MARAN Chess Club. He has never seen an episode of Doctor Who before, had very little like preconceptions of like what it would be. A couple, of course, it's an old show. You would have gleaned something of it, even just quickly. But he appeared on it. He is wonderful. It is a lot of laughs. It will be out at the end of this week because like this episode will come out the day we recorded it. Whereas the other one, I banked them a bit, so it's all edited, ready to go. It'll be out my Friday, everybody, Friday evening. So that means your Friday morning. So yeah, keep an eye out for it if you want to hear more of us talk this week. Yeah. Also,
yeah, there was talk about a green horse, and the worst like kick. I mean, Shingo's kicks are way better than one of the kicks we talked about in that show. It was a lot of fun. I agree.
Yeah, I appreciate it. And also like, motherfucking touchy. Yeah, that's how